Hey everybody, it's Greg Sadler, and I'm really excited to tell you about a new class that I am teaching online that you might be interested in. I'm doing it in kind of, for me, an experimental fashion. It's got some resemblances to my previous academic and personal enrichment classes that I've offered in a variety of places, including my Study with Sadler Academy. But this time I'm using Substack as the platform to host the class. So it's about virtue ethics. In fact, it is titled Ancient Virtue Ethics, Three Main Traditions. Those three main traditions, just to let you know, because we're going to talk more about them in a bit, are Platonism, Aristotelianism, and Stoicism. And what I'm going to be doing is for 18 weeks, I'm going to be every week either holding a live session, which will be recorded and provided as sort of a resource, perennial resource for anybody who's interested in this, or I will be doing a pre-recorded video, and I'll be writing up a summary, giving some discussion or writing or thought prompts for people, and then seeing what happens with it. I'll also be providing a lot of other interesting resources as time goes on as well, some of which I've already rolled out for the people who are going along in the course. Now you might say, okay, that sounds great. How do I sign up? It's pretty straightforward. I am offering the course to all and any of my paying Substack subscribers. So that means for a pretty cost-effective price, whether you want to enroll annually or just month to month, you get access to all of the course resources as I'm rolling them out. You get to participate in the discussions. You get to have conversations with other people who are equally interested, perhaps even more interested in this material and the how to apply it. You get all that just by being a paid Substack subscriber during the course. And I'm going to be, adding more and more and more cool resources over time. So it's a pretty cumulative thing. And you might say, well, why did you do virtue ethics? I ran a poll. I had some ideas of what I might want to do, and virtue ethics from the very beginning of the poll, it got more than a majority of the people who were being asked about it. And it was consistent. It was around 55% the entire time out of all the choices. So clearly there's a lot of interest there. Since I've started writing about the course and what we're going to do, I've had an influx of new paying subscribers. So clearly there's a lot of people who want to be in on this. And maybe that includes you. So what we're going to be doing is over 18 weeks, like each week on a Saturday, I will either be holding a live session and then uploading that video later, or I will be releasing a video that I've already pre-recorded, and then we'll have some discussion about it online together, and people will hopefully start applying this stuff and maybe even writing about this stuff in their own Substacks or blogs or doing video things on their own. I'm going to highly encourage that. We're going to begin the first week by talking about, what is virtue ethics in general? There's a lot of, I would say, misconceptions about what we mean when we're talking about robust or substantive virtue ethics as opposed to merely academic treatments of the matter. Week 2, we're going to start getting a bit deeper into talking about real virtue ethics, and we're going to talk about tradition. So we'll bring in Alistair McIntyre a bit to talk about that. We're going to talk about philosophy as a way of life. So we'll bring in some Pierre Hadot to talk about that, as well as one of my colleagues, John Sellers. And then we're going to start delving into these three great traditions, Platonism, Aristotelianism, and Stoicism. And that'll run for, the next 15 of the 18 weeks. We're going to spend 2 weeks on Plato. We're going to look at the Meno, very important dialogue when it comes to virtue, parts of the Protagoras, and then at Republic, Book 4. And then we're going to spend 4 weeks on Aristotle, specifically parts of the Nicomachean Ethics. We're going to be looking at books 1 and 2 first, because that kind of sets the stage. Books 3 and 7, portions of book 3 that have to do with responsibility for our character and the difference between being, an actual bad person, vicious, and just being somebody who's lost control or lacks self-control, and likewise the difference between being virtuous and the person who's still faking it until they make it. And then we're going to spend 2 more weeks looking at the specific virtues and vices, and we're going to finish up by looking at a little bit of Book 6, talking about practical wisdom or prudence and how that plays a role, and the question of the unity of the virtues. Week 9, we're going to begin looking at the Stoic tradition, so our third main tradition. And we're going to start with some stuff from somebody you might not have heard of, Arius Didymus. He wrote an epitome of Stoic ethics. He gives us an outline of what the Stoics thought about virtues. We'll also talk a bit about, some Cicero texts, some Seneca texts. And then the 3 weeks following that, we're going to dive deeper in. So week 10, we're going to look at Cicero's On Duties, Book 1, where the 4 cardinal virtues are being explored in detail. Then we'll spend a week on Seneca, looking at some of the stuff that he says in certain of his letters, and also some of his shorter works, like, passages, for example, from On the Happy Life, where he talks about some virtues being uphill, some being downhill. What does that mean, right? And then we're going to look at Musonius Rufus, who talks a lot about the virtues, and Epictetus, his student, who doesn't actually talk that much about the virtues, but, if you read between the lines, you can find some interesting stuff. Then we come back to the Platonic tradition. And you might say, well, who are we going to read? We already read Plato. Well, the Platonic tradition continued on in antiquity, and there's actually 3 people we're going to look at. One is Alcinous, who is a Middle Platonist, who wrote a handbook of Platonism. Then we're going to look at some of Plutarch's works. You may have seen some of my recent videos on Plutarch. He's somebody I've become a big fan of. He has a lot to tell us about virtue. So we're going to look at, for example, how a person can become aware of their progress in virtue, or can virtue be taught, or on moral virtue. Week 16, we're going to look at Philo of Alexandria, who was a Jewish thinker who was also a Middle Platonist and actually liked some things from the Stoics as well and blended them together. We're going to look at On the Virtues, Every Good Man is Free, and bits of On Allegorical Interpretation. Week 17, we're going to delve into stuff that maybe you've heard of all these other people before that. We're going to delve into some stuff that is a little bit more out there. It's Neo-Pythagorean stuff. So it's kind of loosely Platonist. They also liked some things from Aristotle or from the Stoics. They tended to be pretty eclectic. And I'm going to announce who we're going to look at specifically later on down the line. And then week 18 will be a big wrap-up. It'll be an opportunity for all of us to get together, talk about, what we've learned, what is still confusing, what we agree with, what we don't agree with, whether we've put any of this stuff into practice, and if it paid off or didn't pay off, challenges, questions, confusions, all of that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, and perhaps might be, I won't say life-changing for people, that might be a bit too bold, but it certainly could contribute to, if you want to try to get your life a bit more on track, studying ancient virtue ethics, definitely not a bad way to go. It might actually be helpful for you. You can tell I'm very interested in this stuff. I have been studying some of these texts and thinkers now in a pretty serious, rigorous way for over 3 decades. I apply some of this stuff in my own life, in my relationships, in my work with organizations and individual clients. So I think that there's a lot to be learned here. And all you need to do to get your foot in the door is become a paying Substack subscriber. If you decide that you don't like it, you can always just, stop paying and go somewhere else. If you do like it, maybe you'll stick around. If this goes well, I'll do another course like this starting in the beginning of my academic year, so in January, and then continue them on over the spring, the summer, the fall. We'll see where this goes. But this is kind of a trial right now. I'm seeing whether this is a viable way to introduce people to a lot of really interesting, cool, and potentially transformative works in virtue ethics going all the way back to the early years of the discipline. So I'm inviting you. Come join me if you want to. And if you think that anybody else would benefit from this that in your life, maybe pass this on to them. It's going to be a great opportunity. The last thing I'll say is, what if I have to take a vacation or something like that? We're going to record everything. There's going to be like a repository that will have all the resources so you can easily find them. So, that's going to be quite helpful as well. And, I'm not going to take them down after the course is done, so you can go back to them next year, 5 years from now if you want to, if you find it useful. So that's enough from me. I leave it up to you whether you want to join myself and quite a few students who are already quite eager to join in on it, whether you want to jump in and come along for the ride.